Hey guys, I wanted to pop on here for a little bit of spiritual chit chat to discuss something that's been coming up for me recently that I really want to share with all of you. So, it's become so aware to me that I personally have a hard time when opportunities don't pan out for me and dreams fall apart. And over the course of my journey, I've had so many dreams die and not come true, only for something better to arise. But I've realized that there's a part of me that still holds on to that grief of the dream that died and never came to be. And this over time can kind of create a sense of gravity and a density in our energy field. And it can weigh us down with a bit of heaviness around the past and a bit of maybe resentment or maybe even just pessimism around new opportunities coming to us because we're still holding on to the density of dreams that have been lost. And as so much is shifting right now in our world and so much grief is coming up around the past, around how people of color have been treated and anything related to the patriarchy. And really, in Cancer season, we're digging up these like deeper, darker emotions from under the surface. And so now is the time to be cleansing and clearing those denser layers. And so much of it is dreams that we've left behind that were never meant to come to pass, at least in that timing. And while there was maybe a beautiful intention behind that dream, and there was a vision that got us to wake up, or there was a vision that got us to move forward, it was only meant to be a vision and never meant to be a dream come true. So right now we are moving into a whole new era. We are wrapping up the eclipses and the signs of Capricorn and Cancer for the next 18 years. This weekend, July 4th/5th, is the last lunar eclipse in that axis of energy. And stay tuned for my meditation video. I'll be posting it later today for the full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. But as we're moving out of this earth, water energy of the eclipses, we're moving into a phase of more air and fire. And so I feel called, and I know we all feel called right now, to dig up some density from the earth, from our bodies, from these lower realms of the subconscious and of our emotions, and lift them into a new dimension. And so much of that density is things of the past we wish would have happened, regrets, dreams that have died. And I personally have just had so many dreams of mine die that when something small doesn't pan out, I have this like trigger response of despair because I think, oh no, I'm alone. What I wish would happen isn't panning out. And what can I trust? What can I lean back into? Who can I count on? But what I've come to realize through my spiritual journey is that I can always count on the divine. I can always count on my own heart. And some dreams just aren't meant to come true. And it was actually just the seed of the dream that made the difference and that gave us the energy or the insight we needed to flow forward on our paths. So I had a vision come to me around this idea of when our dreams don't pan out, it's as if we are a sweet inner child that makes a wish and blows a dandelion and watches the dandelion scatter into the wind. And we think our wish is out in the universe and it will come true. And when that dream doesn't come true, it's as if the dandelion has fallen to the ground. And eventually that dust begins to thicken. And the ground is covered now in dreams that have died. And it creates that density, that dust all around us on the earth. And so what we need to do is shift that energy into light and set it free. And this means forgiving the past for everything that didn't come true. Really trusting that that's the way it was meant to be. And this will free us. This will free us from any energy of the past so that we can truly shift into the next dimension, into the next realm, as we're being invited to by the stars right now. 2020 is really wrapping up a lot of the past and making it known, bringing it into the light so we can set it free and clear it out. And I think 2021 is going to invite us into a whole new pattern, a whole new mindset a whole new perspective if we're willing. But if we're still holding on to the dreams that died, we won't be as free or as empowered to move into that new era, that new energy. So I'd like you to maybe reflect today on what's in your heart. Are there dreams that have died that you have not really released into, pure potential? Because here's the thing, when we see all the scattered dandelions and the dust on the ground of our past, we can envision turning it into light and then sending it back to the universe to be pure potential for new creation. Anything that was a potential that never came to be should be energy recycled into new creation. And so we have to trust the divine to know what that is, to put that potential into action, to bring us whatever we need here in the moment, and trust that it's okay. It's okay to let those old dreams go and to set that energy free into a new, beautiful future. And then moment by moment, as maybe things don't pan out the way you wanted, maybe, dreams are dying on the daily basis for you and me. I know that's the case for me. I'll have an opportunity come up, and if it falls apart, a part of me kind of dies inside and is like, I'm scared. I don't know what this means. Did I do something wrong? Am I lost? Am I alone? Even something small, it's like a mini death. And if we can meet ourselves in that moment and just say, I will not leave my heart. I will not abandon my journey. I will not make myself wrong for this. I am setting this energy free back into the universe to be potential for new, beautiful things to flow my way. And so we meet every opportunity with that detachment of like, if it's not meant to be, I set it free. And then I'm in the flow for something new to come my way. And it's so important that we just keep trusting what the universe gives to us. And another insight that has been flowing for me lately is that this also involves following the path of least resistance. So when we want to push our dreams forward and they are not dreams that are meant to come true, we are fighting the flow and we are moving along a path of resistance, resisting what is, resisting what's flowing. And so if we can truly trust right now that it's safe to flow with the path of least resistance, then we let the past be free, we let the potential of the future flow to us, and we more welcome in exactly what's meant to be in any given moment. So trust yourself to follow the path of least resistance and be willing to shift the energy and the story of the past. That's actually really important when I think about my journey. I'm holding on to a narrative, a story that, I've had so many dreams die and so many of my wishes haven't come true. And that story affects me now and affects the way I respond when things don't pan out the way I wished. And so if we can lift up that dust from the earth and send it back as light, then we shift the narrative of the past. And we no longer let it define us now or hold us back, but we're in a state of creativity, co-creativity with the universe, saying everything was perfect. It all worked out the way it was meant to. I am grateful for this moment and everything that has come to pass, and I only trust that the right thing will flow toward me in the future. So we set the past free and we change that whole story, and we're no longer identified by it. So that as we take every step into the future, we're living into our light, we're living into our highest destiny, and we're letting the universe show us what's meant to be, which is always the highest, most miraculous outcome. So we just gotta trust. So I hope that resonated with you today. Write me a comment if you like that, and definitely stay tuned for my full moon lunar eclipse meditation. I'll be posting that on my YouTube channel, Divinely Gia, later today. And this is really exciting times, everybody. My heart goes out to you for whatever you're facing on your journey, and just know that I'm with you. And this is actually a really beautiful, powerful time in our lives. So, sending you light, stay connected. I'll talk to you soon.